What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another drawing tutorial. Gojo, when he gets unsealed for the first time. Was it Shadow Box or Shadow Realm? I can't remember what the name of it is. Let's draw this. He's kind of looking down at Ghetto. Let's draw this. 3/4 pose, nearly profile, right? No, nearly completely turned to the side. So we start with the nose. I'm on a landscape page. Use a pencil, use an eraser, sketch it out first. Hit pause if I go too fast. So the nose, fairly basic when it comes to anime. It's like an L sort of shape. So it goes down there. And then it curves around. So it's like an upside down 7 or an L. Right, so then we got a nostril. So usually just like so. And then we're going to turn the top. So from a 7 or an L to a Z or an S sort of shape. It goes that way, and this will like become his eyebrow, and we can see some of his eye in that gap just in there. But we'll deal with the big eye first, right? So we're just going to come across to about here, and we're going to add a diagonal line there. And then we're going to bring it across the top. Now in the manga, he doesn't draw eyelashes at the back, but in the anime, they more than likely will. So it's up to you what way you want to do it. So I'll do a little one just there. And then I'll go down that way. And then up, and there's a bit of a tear duct. And they normally draw in the tear duct in the anime as well. We gotta add his big eyelashes now, so we do like spikes all at the front. And they're kind of bigger at the front part than the back, right? So it goes kind of flat down here. But then we likely get some more just at the back section here. And then for the bottom eyelashes, they do this kind of thing. Just sort of lined kind of eyelashes. Very basic. Apart from season 1, where they actually drew in every eyelash, they put a lot of detail in it. And they haven't since. Cutbacks. Right, and then his iris. Looking down, right? So it's a circle, not a perfect circle, it's kind of skinny, coming up from the bottom eyelid. And then his pupil, just kind of skinny as well in there. Now, sometimes they do add sort of, little sort of dash lines, like going around, kind of like the numbers on a clock face, just like that. They don't do it all the time, but. And then he's got eyelid line just here, like the skin of his eye socket, kind of the way the skin folds off the eyeball. And then an eyebrow, curve it that way. And they're normally like thicker at the front and skinnier at the back. So his head is kind of looking down, right? So the other eye is like in this gap here. This little V section, it's like down in there. So say, just here, you go across like that, and it's like the eyeball itself is drawn in, right? So it's like there, and then like a bit of skin or something there. And then the eyelashes, so we'll spike them. The manga artist just does like lines really. Down there. And then an eyelid line just coming across. And then the eyebrow will go behind the forehead, right? So it's real stumpy. So it's short here, and the forehead line that way. And then we can see a bit of his iris peeking out back here. And the pupil, kind of, you want to get them on the kind of same trajectory, the same sort of plane. So just there, and you could put some dashes and stuff, like so. Right, so his cheek then, so we're kind of side on, right? So it comes out from behind the nose here. And there's lots of different ways of doing this. The easiest way is kind of to just bring it down, right? And don't draw lips the way it is, right? So we'll go that way, kind of straight down to a chin. And then his jaw. Strong jaw, right? Like crazy straight. And then mad respect for this jaw. And then like, so the mouth is just like here, sort of, right? So you just go across, sort of down the back, because he's looking like unimpressed and serious. Lots of different ways of doing that. Like you could draw bumps for the lips or anything, but it's not really drawn in here. And we just have like a shadow for his bottom lip kind of there. Simplest way of doing it, I think. You know, that's effective. So we got his neck. Just comes out from just beside the chin here. Like we kind of have like the Adam's apple area, but then there's like a neck muscle here. Like a neck muscle line there. And like underneath his jaw. And then like a neck muscle going that way. And there's all ripped and torn stuff coming across his neck. So we get his ear in, so quite big ear. It's kind of in line with the eyebrow, like above the jaw, right? So top of it lines up. Your ear generally, anatomy wise, if you're wondering, so goes eyebrow, sort of the top, kind of lines up with the eyebrow, and then the bottom of the nose kind of just across. Right? So it's kind of like in line with the eyebrow and then the nose, the nostril maybe. Doesn't have to be perfectly lined up. Ear lines inside, easiest way, letter J. But if you want to make it more complicated, you can by adding a couple of extra lines. So we have a lot of detail in his hair in this one. Not all the time, but in this one we do. So the back of his neck is there. Right? And then it's long hair all around. So now you can do as many in the manga. There's a lot of lines, but the anime won't do that. They'll simplify it a bit, so they'll go like this kind of stuff. It all kind of comes across his cheek. Some of it will come down across his eye and eyebrow. Let me just keep going. We can't see the top of his head, so we'll probably have to make up some of those. Right, so we see a bit of his forehead in there. And then there's some hair coming out from behind the nose here, and then joins the rest. So they're just little spikes or shark fins. Very long, messy hair. Now, so the top of his head is kind of cut off here, so I will be making this up. So this might not be canon Gojo hair, but we will do our best. So we'll go, what way does that go then? So it starts to go this way. Might be a little spike in behind there. So it kind of goes off the top of my page a bit, so I'll do the background, like the back of his head. And we'll see if we can get things lined up just coming around here. Right, so we'll just try and tie this into here somewhere. It'll probably get real big. So say there'll be one there, that way, go off and come back there. Roughly, and there's like lots of sort of texture lines and stuff then. As much of that as you want to do. If you're going more manga style, there's way more than what I'm drawing, so don't worry if you don't get all of them in. Okay, that looks good to me. And we will move on to his crazy collar that's like destroyed coming across his neck. So we got like a black t-shirt line or something. Well, there's a little spike here, so we'll go. And then the t-shirt collar is like there somewhere. And then there's a ripped part coming out from behind here, and you just, like, this can be totally random. You don't have to do it exactly like mine. I'm just adding like spikes and stuff. It just goes that way. And then it should probably go over there, and then like around his neck with folding lines. Comes out the other side. And then it's like ripped and torn and spiky and stuff coming across his throat here. Right? So that's all like black. Well, if it's anime, it's purpley black. All sort of crazy ripped and torn. And his shoulder just goes off that way. There might be like another little inside area there. And like lots of folds and stuff on this because it's fabric. And as usual, there's things in the air. Always a good trick when you're trying to fill up a page for a portrait. Just add sort of debris in the air, like wind and stuff. And I'll just finish his neck into there. Neck will go that way. Shoulder in there. Looking good. Gojo Unsealed. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.